Hello, my name is Jaiye Bynoe. You on the Jayman Show. My guest today is actress Bai Ling from Red Corner and some wonderful movies. How are you, Bai Ling? Good to see you on the show today.
I'm good. So I'm very excited to be on your show. I think, thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Like I said, I've been a fan of yours ever since I saw you in some movies, So yeah, you were such a wonderful actress, and it's a pleasure to have you on the show today. I appreciate it. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so I guess my question is, what made you get started? What made you want to become an actress?
What?
What made you want to become an actress?
What made me?
Yeah.
I think that when I was a child, I was extremely shy. I couldn't talk. I couldn't bring myself to answer teachers' questions. I just so shy. I was in a box. I was afraid of human beings. I was afraid of a lot of things that I just but I feel like my internal world is so rich, so powerful. If I didn't find a way to express it, it's gonna explode, have an explosion. So I feel like, but how I'm gonna free myself? So I find acting, because when I play a character, so in my mind, I trick myself. I think I'm pretending to be a character. So then I can be free because it's not me, because I'm so shy, I'm so afraid. But if I'm pretending to be a character, I can be free. Actually, it's who I am, where I'm acting. So therefore, I'm so truthful, so powerful, so real, because it's real me. That's how I started.
Okay, yeah, I definitely understand that, So how did you get your first movie role? Okay, so that's good to hear. So how did you get your first movie role, your first film?
My first film, actually, I was belonged to a theater in my hometown, Chengdu. Was the State Theater, Sichuan, People's Sichuan Theater. I was playing a comedy, not comedy, it's musical. And I play a little boy with a tiger's fairy tale show. So the show picked up by the CCTV China's central stage of Beijing. So we performed there, dedicated to the 1st of June, which is Celebrate Children's Festival. So our show picked up because all the kids love tiger, love me. I play instrument, I sing. So we were there. So we have like 30 or 40, all these young girls, young boys in our group. So at that time, director was choosing for the young actress from the South. Has to be petite, has to be kind of skinny, innocent. So they come to watch our show because our show is so popular. And he saw me. The casting director actually come to backstage, just say, Bai Ling, I want to meet you because I play boy. He want to see what I look like. So finally he said, I want you to audition. We want to fly you to the studio in Xi'an. Would you go? So we have like 30 young girls, but they choose me. I said, of course I would go. So they flew me to Xi'an studio doing like probably amount of training and auditioning. Finally I got the role, but then my state where I performed on the Broadway show wouldn't let me go because they depend on me to make the box office hit for the theater. People loved my character. So you cannot go because if you go, we don't have leading actors. So then they made a deal. It took a long time for the public, and the big head of the province said yes for me to go because they love my performance. So the theater takes 80%. I only got 20% of the salary. So they let me go. So that's where my first film is called On the Beach. So I played this innocent girl from the beach village, but she was sent to the factory in a big city. It was a big deal for the country girl to work there. Then she fell in love with this factory elegant guy, fall in love with her, but her parents want to marry her to her cousin. That's a tradition in the village. So it's a struggling where she stands, how she fight, how she eventually break the system, where she go. At that time, actually, the film was picking up for Cannes Film Festival, but because that subject is very controversial, because it's like you marry, in that village, you marry your relatives. You cannot do that, but that's the tradition. So I was promised by my father to marry this cousin. So it's a very beautiful film on the beach. I was running around in the beach free. So that's how I started my first film from the stage.
Oh, awesome. That's good to hear. And yeah, because I saw you also in a movie called Red Corner with Richard Gere. That was Richard Gere. Yeah, Red Corner with Richard Gere, right? Richard Gere. That was a good movie.
Richard Gere, yes, Red Corner.
Yeah, what was like working with Richard Gere?
How am I? Speak slowly.
I'm sorry. What was like to work with Richard Gere?
Oh my God, he is such a beautiful human being. He supports me. He wanted me to be good. He wanted me to win. He wanted me to all the audience fall in love with my character because I knew that was my first leading character. I did not speak English. I played lawyer. Can you imagine the pressure, everything on me? He was just embracing me. Basically, they had audition everyone in the world, from Hong Kong, from England, from China, from US, everywhere, to looking for this leading actress because she's the essential and crucial role for the film. She's a lawyer, defend him. So finally, somehow they found me because through audition process. So it was taking 3 months to audition. So in the end, basically, the director asked me, how you feel, Bai Ling? I said, after all this, you can send me to the mental hospital. It was really, really a torture. So when I got the role, because in the beginning, if they say no, it's okay. But after 3 months, everybody's talking about, oh, Bai Ling, who's Bai Ling, who's Bai Ling, in the final screen test. Then if you don't want to, you feel like somebody like have a string and drop you, right? Can't take the pain. Yeah. So finally, like, because I did not speak English, the other actors are already speaking English. So I was so nervous. But somehow when I did the audition, somebody in the room was crying. So it's, the director loved that authenticity as a Chinese woman, a human being, have this heart, belief, passion, and truthful realness, honesty. That's how I got this part. Finally, basically, Richard Gere has to say yes. They flew me all the way to Hong Kong because he was on his way to Nepal and to practice his religion, right? He's Buddhist. So I went to Hong Kong. They put him in this beautiful peninsula hotel, so fancy. I said, wow, this is Star's life. Look like it's all in the ocean. You see all the views. It's beautiful. Finally, they bring up to his room. I was so nervous there outside waiting for the suite. Finally, he opened the door. This handsome man. He said, was that talented, beautiful actress you? I said, what? I don't know what he was talking about. He just watched the screen test. He's all the way. He loved me. He loved my honesty, truthfulness, and he been to my hometown, Chengdu. He played piano. I play pipa. He know all the poems from my country because my province is a lot of poems from there because it's always raining, so people are in touch with their heart, write poetry. So we bound from day one. So he take me over in Hong Kong everywhere. He just embraced me, asked me God every day. I said, no, I don't want, because I don't really know him. I knew the power. I knew the conviction I can give to this character. So that's how I won. It's by my sincerely devotion and love and honesty to the craft of acting.
Yeah,
and also the rightness to, as a human being, I want to do something right to help people.
Absolutely, I definitely understand that. That's a good feeling to be able to do that, you know. Yeah. So, what other projects are you working on any new films right now? Any new projects coming out?
I can't hear you properly. What? Slow.
Okay. Are you working on any new films? Any new projects coming out this year?
Oh yes, I have so many projects. If you go to my IMDb, I just actually renewed my renewal pictures. It's fascinating. I have so many projects there. You can check it also on my I am Bai Ling Instagram. I post, and my most proud of the work is the film I made my directorial debut. The film called My Quarantine Romance with Toilet Paper. It's a comedy. It's hilarious, and it's so current. It's about quarantine. We're still in quarantine, and this film actually conceived still in the process of giving birth. I'm talking to my editor today, and still have some things that haven't finished. So it's a braveness. It's a positivity in most difficult time. You still can find the beauty, find the light, find contribution, find your talent to connect to the current situation, to dedicate to art. You know, use your wisdom, your power, your passion to give something. You know, I know people will love this film because it's through comedy. You know, it's a lot of laughter, a lot of ridiculous incident. It's about toilet paper. So it's the first time in history I don't have toilet paper. First time in history, people talking about lack of toilet paper. You can talk about no food, no water, but toilet paper. So I went out to protest. I said it's quarantine. It's not about digesting problem. One toilet paper is gone. So it's my real life experience because I did not have toilet paper. So I turned it into film. I feel like I celebrate my braveness of have the vision. I follow my vision and go all the way through. So I think this film will go viral because we're all living in this time. We all understand, and through comedy, we learn a lot of. Through comedy and tears, we learn a lot of things about ourselves. Learn about love, relationship, about what is important in life.
Absolutely, I look forward to seeing that film. Yeah. So, what advice can you give me, or can you give actors that want to become an actor like you? What advice can you give us that want to be like a star like you?
What?
What kind of advice can you give me and actors that want to become a star, that want to be famous? What advice can you give us that want to be?
Advice, I think somehow in life, do anything if you want to be successful as a performer, actor, or do anything like a reporter, doctor, lawyer, or engineer, or scientist, whatever you want to do. I think you have to find the passion, find the core, find the honest talent that you have. Mm-hmm. You have to be loyal, have to be truthful to yourself. It's not because the fame and money, because fame and money, all of this is other people give it to you. It's like sunlight that can take away. Tomorrow may be raining, so you cannot depend ask for that. You'll be always disappointed because that's other people celebrate you. You cannot live for that, but you have to give something. You have to contribute something. Then naturally you get fame, you get money, you get wealth from the things you're contributing to our human growth. So it's something you have to find. How do you find that gift, that truthfulness? Because when you do something, you just knew what you're doing. You don't have to ask anybody. You have to find a book to have the reference. And you don't have to do any work, but it's in your core, you know, as something connected to your soul. It just naturally comes easily. Like for me, acting, I never learned in my life. Now I'm writing, I'm directing. It just in my universe. I also, when you open your universe, open your heart, the universe come inside of you. When you have universe in your heart, you can do anything. So universe will help you find the magic that you don't even know you have. We have a tremendous potential. We never tap into in our whole lifetime. It's a lot of like mystery, a lot of magic you cannot explain. But we're human beings, we're also energy, we're this vibration forces. And energy can help each other, encourage each other. We're also co-creator. We're all like this interview, without me, without you, we cannot exist. But this moment, because we have both, we have same purpose. We want to encourage people. We want people to see something beyond what you're living on now. So you have to imagine, you have to have the guts, have to have courage to find your dream, to discover who you really are.
I guess that's true. I couldn't have said better myself. You know, I definitely agree. You know. So how is the pandemic affecting you? Is it affecting you physically, the coronavirus?
Yes, it affected me tremendously because as a performer, as actor, you don't have job. There's nothing open. So I don't have income. I don't have nothing. So like every day at 12, I went to Starbucks, get something. There's no place to sit. We're quarantined, we're locked down. I was like, only 12. I still have so many hours to go. What am I going to do? It's like watch TV, I don't watch anymore. So how much you can be on internet, you can do, you have to find something. Therefore, I was struggling, I was suffering, I was, you know, like everybody, where's the light? Where's the end of all this? But you have to go inside of you. Therefore, I find my creativity, I see the light. Like you see the behind me, there's a red light. You see the light, you have to contribute, you have to open the world inside of you, no matter in what kind of circumstances. Like I created this film. Then I went to Taiwan because I got nominated for Best Actress Award. Movie Abortionist. They flew me there, but I have to quarantine, real quarantine. It's not a joke. They locked me in the hotel room. There's no window, no fresh air. In a little room, you stay for 14 days. It'll drive me crazy. I feel like, I said, I'm gonna get sick here because you go nuts, you go psycho. It's really not healthy, but for the sickness, for the sake of other people's health, you have to do it. It's kind of ridiculous because I tested 8 times or I'm all negative. You still have to quarantine. After quarantine, you take me to hospital. After I get out, I was so nervous because you go crazy. I said, what about even the hospital test me positive? I have to stay in the hospital. It's just ridiculous, all this going on, all this challenge test. But it's good because I think now people are more together. People care for each other, even through this virtual, like us, virtual connection. Still, we're aware of others are there. We're same brothers, sisters. We're living the same life. and we have same heart, same belief, same love. So we share the same thing. You feel like you're not alone. Also, you feel the closeness. You feel the togetherness. Also, you start to treasure life for the moment of being, not thinking about too much behind. And you start to value yourself, value life at the moment of life.
I definitely agree. I definitely agree because life is very precious, you know. Absolutely. So what's it like to be famous? I mean, for you, what's it like to be a famous star?
I think being famous is like this time I'm in Taiwan. Basically, I make splash in the whole country.
Mm-hmm.
How do I say? I become like a spiritual leader. They say that you are the golden sentence of a queen of golden sentence. Whatever I say, I just encourage people. I think especially in the quarantine, people lost hope, lost belief, they want to hold on to something. So I become kind of like this wisdom, a voice to people, especially to young people. I think here too, that's the benefit of being a celebrity, being famous, being successful, because you have a voice, you have a channel to have your voice to be heard. You have a channel to find a way to encourage people. But for me, I just want to have this delightfulness, positivity, just like whatever the window I have, whatever people are there watching, except you go my Instagram, except the picture video. I have cookies every day. I want to have the positivity of inspirational quote to encourage people for people to take back in their life. Is very, very useful. And something I want to help people. I want to encourage people. I want to challenge people to find the brilliant of who they are. That's being fame. And you have that voice, you have people following you and look up to you. So I really appreciate that. I want to thank all my fans and like all these years give me a lot of encouragement. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, because I definitely look up to you, and I appreciate you very much, you know. So you definitely inspire me, you know. So it's an honor to have you on my talk to you. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So so what inspires you? What gives you inspiration and hope?
Actually, it's through my spiritual beings, myself, my inner wisdom, and I would say my grandmother, because, you know, as a children, right, your parents, their parents' love different than grandparents' love. Parents' love always want you to be the thing or the person they haven't achieved, they haven't been. They want to be doctor, lawyer, whatever. What they want to be. But grandparents, they don't care what you want to be. They just love, indulging you. They want you to be you. They just purely appreciate the love in you, that purity of love, that the broad love and acceptance. I think that's something I learned from my grandmother. She gave me everything. She's unconditional love, I feel. And also, I remember that's something you cannot preach people, teach people. You have to do things, make them realize on their own heart. So in the wintertime, I was traveling with my grandmother. I think one winter we were in the north. At that time, I already understand things. So in the middle of the night, I get up to pee, right? Probably 4 or 5 a.m. It was cold. We only have the stove with coal. We're burning, right? It's cold. I wanted to pee. Then I feel like, why the door's open? It's cold there. Why the door's open? I was scared. So I peeked through. My grandmother suddenly like come in with her face all red with a scarf on her. She come back with this broom, right? She come in. I said, what are you doing? She said, shh, don't tell anybody. She actually went out. Well, everybody's sleeping. She quietly cleaned all the snows on the footstep, on the doorstep, everybody, on the neighbors. I said, wow. But she has not to talk about it. She doesn't want anybody to know. That's the spirit of giving. It's not ask you to know, to celebrate, to say something good. She's just doing it by the own heart. So that's something I learned, to give love unconditionally, to know that there's goodness in human, to know that when you do good things, it's your nature. Your nature is to love. Your nature is to help. Your nature is to do the right, beautiful things.
Yes, absolutely. I definitely agree with you. So what do you think we can do to change the world, to make the world better, in your opinion, for next generation?
What?
What do you think we can do to change the world, to make the world better?
I think the world, I would say our universe, our world is naturally beautiful. It's healthy, and it's have a lot of gift and richness, you know, abundance for everybody to take. You know, every year they're open, it's expanding all the time. It's us. I think human beings are mind limited. It's our mind conflicting and disturbed earth. Like right now, the election, all of that's going crazy. You know, people have different energy, different beliefs, different all of that. But I really encourage everybody to go back to their humanity, to their heart, to their, and no matter how different, how we believe something different, but to the end, in the core, in the basic, we're all human beings. You know, we have heart, we have love, we have conscience. We know what is right or wrong. We have brothers, sisters. We're all here for the purpose of making this world better for all of us, for our children, for our neighbors, for our loved ones, to live the beautiful life, to make harmony. I think don't forget that we're powerful. We can influence that, not through fighting, through understanding, through love. Whatever you see, the current, whoever wins, you think they're winning, but it's really, no matter who wins in our universe, we're in control, because nobody can take your happiness away. Nobody can take your right away. If you conduct your own universe beautifully, powerfully, you're going to influence people. That's the power we have to believe, we have to hold on to. Otherwise, you just puppet, follow everybody. And you get lost, you get crushed, and you're sad, you become angry, and you eventually lose your power. I think it's something to embrace our broad, powerful potential of the things we underestimated our power. So it's our greatness. We'll have that. We have to believe and you know, in the society now, where it's progression, it's changing, it's a natural process. You know, you have to allow that. You cannot always be daytime, always the sunlight. You have to go to darkness, then you take a rest, you come out, it's sunlight. You know, it's natural progression, like 4 seasons. And there's nothing right or wrong. It's just natural process of changing. We have to be brave enough, wise enough to accept that, because you have to believe tomorrow sun's going to come out. Yes. Life is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree. You know.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. So what would you like to do in the spare time when you're not working? What would you like to do for fun when you're not working?
For fun, you know, unfortunately, I like jacuzzi, sauna room, they're closed, right? Yeah. I took a long bath, and we took a long bath eating desserts. I like to eat dessert. I like to walk. The long walk is good to make you think. Mm-hmm. To walk, to dance on yourself, have music on, just walking and dancing. Sometimes people look at me and say, she's crazy, I'm just walking and dancing. I think you can always find fun, and to indulge in yourself, like my house, I make it really warm and clean. You know, you buy the food you like, you listen to music, and you'll be creative, do something. I think just indulging yourself and go shopping. You can shop in some place to buy something you like. You know, wearing it, even like I'm wearing this dress, is not because I'm saying anybody, I'm just wearing it to please me. You know, you have to love yourself and be in love with yourself, dance with yourself, talking to yourself. Bai Ling, I love you. I'm glad that you helped me find this positive, this innocence of joy in life day to day, no matter what's going on. So you have to love yourself. You don't have to be too serious. You have to take it delightfully. You know, have joy every moment, because it's precious. You wake up, wow, I'm alive. Like I open the curtain, I say, today's sunny or rainy, I'm gonna go out and take a walk. I hear the birds singing, I see the sunlight. This is joy. You know, if you're in that state of mind, you're nourishing yourself. You know, you still enjoy living a beautiful life.
Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely agree. So what do you see yourself 10 years from now doing down the line?
What?
So what do you see yourself 10 years from now, doing 10 years from now?
What do I do? What?
What do you see yourself in the future, in the future now?
You know, I when people ask me, what do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years from now? I don't like to think that way, because for me, I like to discover the moment to unfold on its own. If I know where I'm going to go, what's going to happen, I'm not going to go there. It's boring already. So life is in the moment of unfolding and discovering, explore. So I want to have this, like a child, innocent mind, to take one step at a time. Let's see, when you take one step, then you have next step. The door will open, expand, where new things will surprise you. I like surprises. I don't want to plan. I think that's so boring, because I'm in my soul, I'm a poetry, I'm a romance. So I want to see my life like that. So I decide just to take one day at a time, one step at a time, and trust. But you have to have an intention and trust. It's all going to be beautiful, good. things gonna always work out for me. No matter how much you think right now is not working out for you, it's difficult work, but eventually it will. So take this time, even in the quarantine, right? There's beauty in it. You know, like I explained before. So just look for the positivity, look for the positive aspect of life in your life. There's always joy, always positivity. You have to find that. Then those things will open the positivity of future for you. So you don't have to worry. If you too much worry about the future, then all your vibrations worry, then you only can produce worriness. So you have to be delightful. You have to have trust. You have to have this innocent belief life's supposed to be good for you. You're worth of everything you desire for. You have to believe that. I believe that. Therefore, my life, I never worry that I don't have money or I don't have a job. And I always have money. I always have a job because that's something I believe. And they keep producing it for me because that's something I want. I believe it.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So do you also sing? Are you also do you also sing?
Sing?
Yeah. Do you also have have an album coming out? Do you sing?
Oh, sing. Actually, I wrote a song for my movie Toilet Paper, right?
Okay.
Give me all of toilet paper. I don't want to tell you everything. It's so exciting. And I feel like, you know, we're in a different phases of life. Now I want to be director, making this film. Yeah. I'm writing it, starring it, and producing it, doing everything and catering everything myself, getting Starbucks for my crew. And I don't have income, but I'm financing my film. And that's empowerment. That's encouraging other people. You can do it too. So I think right now I want to use all my songs, which is online. You can see Bai Lings on Tuesday night. You know, I Love You, My Valentine, Rehab. I have a lot of songs out there. I'm going to use all of that in my film. It's all about the relationship, about love, about current what's going on. I think, wow, I didn't know. I said, a lot of composers want to compose my film. Mm-hmm. I was thinking because now it's all virtual, it's difficult to get together to explain, right? I want to meet the person I'm working with. I said, why not use my song instead of other people's songs? Because my song's more, it's me, it's from me, it's about contemporary pop culture. Yeah. So I'm using all my music contribute to my movie. So I think that's my album will be dedicated to my movie, connect to my movie, my quarantine romance with Toilet Paper.
That's good. Yeah, because I have some songs.
You write music?
Yeah. I have some songs. I love to send you. Is that okay? So you can hear, you know. Is that okay? Yeah. Because I also have some music too. I want to send you some music.
Oh, cool.
Can is it okay if I send it to you tonight?
Sure.
You can check it out.
Yes, please.
I promise you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, definitely. Yeah.
I want to tell you something. You're in Boston, right? Yeah, 1 year when United States, I went to Boston because I want to see the Yale and all this university, very famous, right? I went there in the wintertime. I almost died. It was so cold. How can you live? I went there. I was outside on the street. I was crying. I said, I never was this cold. How can you people survive in the coldness? It's so difficult. Yeah. In Boston, it's so cold. That's my experience. So cold on the East Coast. I'm very lucky to be in Los Angeles. You know, even though it's still cold, but actually, on the other hand, I no matter how cold, I miss the snow. It's beautiful. You know, you're playing around in the snow. I was in Tibet when I was 14 as a soldier. I was a soldier for 3 years. So we're playing in the snow. We're in the high mountains, lack of oxygen. I think life, no matter how difficult, but it's memories. See, I remember how cold that become joy for me now. So don't be afraid of difficulties in your life. There's a gift in it.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah, and I definitely will because I hear you saying because I don't like the cold either. You know, I want to be much warm, you know. So you know.
Yeah.
I want to be in California or Florida. So it's
beautiful summertime because I live near the beach. I go there watching sunset every day. Just watch the birds fly. Even in the evening, right? I was with my friend walking the beach, see the lights and hear the waves, because you cannot eat anywhere else. You just sit in your car eating, watching the waves and look at the ocean, look at the light. It's just beautiful, different view.
Absolutely. What do you think might be possible? Maybe if I could maybe audition for one of your films, maybe if I'm in California.
What?
Do you think it might be possible if I could audition for one of your films, maybe in the future? Audition for one of your films, maybe that you're producing, maybe.
Slowly, I didn't understand.
I was asking, do you think it might be possible if I could audition for one of your films that you're producing? Audition.
You or who audition for my film?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm writing a film, my 14 days quarantine Taipei, because I got all these fans there demanding, right? I want to make film there. Yes, in the future, I have a James Bond, famous James Bond I want to make. Another film, I play Charlie Chaplin. So in this film, I play Charlie Chaplin. It's a culture icon. I just somehow naturally know his movement, his spirit. Yeah, when I do the future film, I'll let you know.
Thank you. I love to work with you.
Other film I'm trying to make. I think, yeah, I see your look. You can be one of the characters in the movie. Are you an actor too?
I mean, I have to understand. Yeah, I definitely appreciate it.
Wow.
That'd
Awesome.
That'd be a dream come true, man. I definitely appreciate I definitely appreciate That'd be a dream come true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess my last question for you is let's see how can we support you? How can we support you?
Support me?
What can we do? What can we do to support you?
I think what do I do or what other people do?
No, I'm saying what can we do to support you and support you?
Well, support me, of course. Come to my Instagram. I am Bai Ling. Hopefully, by supporting me, you'll gain a lot of wisdom and delight for funness. And because I'm a woman, right? I dance sometimes, just dress sexy. I hope give you a lot of joy. By supporting me, I think just follow me. And also, I don't know, because I'm producing my films. If you know any financiers and some entrepreneur can support my film, you can go to my Instagram and DM me, like direct message to me. So I need somebody to finance my film. That's really something I'm looking for, people to cooperate together to make wonderful films.
Okay.
If you have rich friends, tell them.
I promise I certainly will. I have some friends that definitely support you. I definitely will.
Yeah. So follow my Instagram, send me messages so I can know where you are.
Okay, sure will. And I'll make sure I send my music to you tonight in case you can hear it, definitely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was such an honor to talk to you and meet you and just learn more about you, hear about your story, and how we can support you, because this is a blessed interview, and I want to send this interview to you so you can promote it, so you can post it on YouTube, okay, so you can support
Yeah. I have YouTube too, yeah. So thank you for your how do you say, persistent and get me here to talk with you. I think when somebody really wants something, the persistent never give up. They always can find what they want. They always can be successful. So do not give up and believe your dream and keep going. No matter how many people say no. If you believe it, just keep going. Thank you. I definitely will. I definitely believe it, and I definitely appreciate your time, and I will send this to you tonight along with the song show. And it was a blessing talking to you, and I look forward to seeing you in the future, and stay in touch, because like I said, you inspire me so much, it's such an honor to meet you and just learn more about you, I'm glad we had a chance to talk, Thank you so much for, I just keep message come. Thank you so much for having me here and sending all the love, safety, and joy, and to you and to your fans. So till next time. Thank you. Till next time, for being in touch, and I'll talk to you again. Appreciate it. God bless you. So much stuff to you tonight. God bless. Take care. Thank you so much, John. Bye. Bye.